Hello, I just had a question from Kathryn Drake, and you're asking if I ever did like keto cookies and keto treats, cakes, and you asked if that, having it once in a while is okay. I think that a lot of people are able to do really good by having one treat a day, and they don't have any issues with it. I think that it's really a personal thing. For me, I used to binge on sweet things. So I would, on a weekend, I would buy like family packs of candy, like 3 or 4 bags of candy. And so, along with bags of chips and dips and all kinds of things. And so for me, the first go around, I did make a few keto treats and stuff when I did keto in 2017. This time I did not, and I do not. Because sweet things are something that I used to binge on, for me, I had to take sweet totally out of my palate and out of my brain. And so whenever I was carnivore for those 2 years, of course, there's no sweet whenever you're just eating meat. And then as I've gone back to keto, I have added the sweetness of my flavor enhancers. And and then when I've reached goal, I've added fruit. I have never, in this go around, I don't make the keto cakes and the keto sweet things. I don't trust myself because it was such a trigger and a binge thing for me. So for me personally, that's not something that I am willing to test yet. I do know that there's been a few times like at Christmas and in the summer when the family gets together, we buy a ice cream cake. And so I will have like a piece like as big as my finger of it. And then that's all I have. But then I go back and that evening I will have me a bunch of heavy meat because I am terrified of having to go through the detox that I went through to get off all of the processed sweet flavors. That process was 3 weeks for me, and I was very cranky and I felt awful. And it's just, I never want to have to detox again. So for me personally, I have opted to not have any sweets other than, like I said, that added the flavor enhancer or fruit. For me, that's just what I have to do. But I think there's a lot of people that are able to do, just that one thing of sweets and they're fine. Like one of my coworkers, she has an open big bag, a family bag of M&Ms, and she is capable of pulling out 3 or 4 M&Ms and putting the bag away and not touching it for several days. I do not have that ability. I think, along the way, some of the words are moderator versus abstainer. I personally am an abstainer. I personally cannot, in my experience with myself, in my past, I cannot just have a little of something and then be okay. It just sends my dopamine racing and racing whenever I have sweet flavors. I've been watching, you can even see when I first started adding fruit when I hit maintenance. I started just having an apple once a day and that's it. And I watch my videos. I know as I'm editing them, sometimes I feel like I need 2 apples. And then, with the fruit I have in the evening time, sometimes I've noticed that I used to weigh it out and now it's getting more and more and more. So because of who I am, I'm impulsive and I am not able to moderate things. That's why I'm afraid to incorporate keto sweets and treats and cakes. But like I said, I think that's 100% a personality thing. Like I said, for my one coworker, I watch and she can, like I said, just have a couple and that's fine. Whereas another coworker comes in and she's like, I'm just going to have one. And then because I keep some sweet things in my office, and I do that, one, because these specific things don't tempt me. And two, I always tell people it's my bribe. I'm like, you can have candy from here. However, later on, I'm going to ask a favor. And they're like, okay, we'll do a favor for you later on. So, but it's things that don't trigger me. I'm not going to name the things, but it's not the chocolate things that would trigger me. But it's just other things. So, but I watch, and there's some people who come in, I'm just going to have one. And as soon as they have one, they come back a little later and get another one. And then a little later and get another one. And that's fine, but I would be like them. And so that's why I personally have opted to not add the cakes or the keto candy or anything like that, because I do have a sweet tooth, and that sweet tooth is what got me in a lot of trouble in my past. So maybe 4 or 5 years down the line, I might try it, but like I said, I limit myself to the 2 holidays. And then here at work, we've had cakes, and and those cakes, I may have had like 1 bite, but like I said, probably about 4 times a year, because I just don't trust myself. Okay, that's what I know. Bye.